Let me guess, you were at the Tractor Supply or feed store or just surfing online and you found these cute olive egg layers or blue egg layers and you knew that you just had to add them to your flock. It's been a couple weeks now, they're starting to get a bit bigger and you're a little afraid about integrating them in. And it's really great that you're here today because we're gonna actually talk about how to integrate some more chicks to an already existing flock and how to reduce any type of bullying or any intense bloody situations, because when you are introducing any new chicks to a flock, whether that be younger chicks to an older flock or even just maybe your neighbors or friends have chicks that you're adopting and they're older, there's always going to be that pecking order that needs to be established within the flock. So we're going to go over some tips and tricks today on making sure that you can help mitigate any bad situations and make sure that the whole process is really easy for you and for your chicks. I'm Danielle of the Sodaro Farm and welcome to our channel where we bring you new content every Wednesday and Sunday morning on how we're starting our own homestead, how you can start your own homestead, your small farm, or even just live a more self-sustainable lifestyle. And chickens are probably one of the first and most popular animals that people will integrate into their homestead or small farm. So I always love talking about them. And let me tell you, chicken math is real. I never really understood what it was. I always thought it was just, okay, you have a chicken and it's really easy to keep duplicating each other. No, it is the owners. It is the people that raise the chickens that want more chickens. And let me tell you, it is hard. It is like eating chips. You can't just have one chip. You always want to eat the entire bag. And that's what chickens are like. You can't just have one. You always want to get so many more. And there's always some new type of chicken, some beautiful colored egg, and you always just want to add them. So it's really important to make sure that when you do add your new chicks, you're adding them into a situation that is safe both for you and for your chicks. And the first tactic that we're going to talk about today is actually creating a cage for those chicks. So you can actually buy these cages online. I've seen them in quite a few videos and research that I've done around this, and they're really easy to set up, or you can make your own, which we've actually constructed our own chicken cage, and this is kind of our little nursery. So once our chicks are ready to get out of the brooder and be in the coop area, we'll put them in here. This does have a barrier between them and the other chickens, and this can also be a situation that you can use if you have older chicks that you're integrating as well. For the younger chicks, we like to keep them in here until they're around the same size as our other chickens, so it could be a couple of weeks before we actually release them into the other parts of the coop. But if you have a newer chick, maybe you just want to do this for a week or two if they're already the same size as the other chickens. While they're in here, it's really great because they can kind of smell each other, see each other. We'll have fresh food and water, and they really get the whole vibe of the chicken coop before actually going into the coop with everyone else. And this is really great. It's like if you got a new cat or a dog and you let them kind of sniff underneath the door before actually having them in the same house together. So really similar, and it's really going to help with integrating your chickens and getting them to kind of learn about each other before they actually go into the coop. While you have them in this introductory stage, you want to start doing some work on your actual coop. You want to think about, is it actually big enough to have all these other chickens? And maybe you probably should have thought about this before you got the additional chickens, but we want to still make sure that it is big enough, that there are enough perches, there are enough laying boxes, and really there's enough room for all of these chickens to be additional within your coop. Because if there isn't, then there is going to be some fighting and some chicks are going to be left to the corner with nowhere to lay eggs or perch at night, and it's really important that these have these elements. Otherwise, you're going to have them laying eggs on the floor, all the eggs being in one laying box, or just nowhere to perch at night. So definitely during this time where you have the chicks in their little cage or the chickens in their cage, you want to make sure that you're building out your coop so that it's ready to house all these other chickens. One thing that we've done is we're extending our outdoor run to really make sure that it can fit everyone in it, and something like that can be a really great addition for your coop. A week or two has gone by, or maybe a couple weeks, and your chickens are now all the same size, they've integrated a little bit, and you're ready to add them all to the coop together. Now, what we'll do is we'll kind of keep the gate open, we'll let them go in and out as they please, so those chickens aren't actually forced to go into their coop. They can still kind of run back into their cage if they want. We'll leave everything kind of set up the same and let each other be able to pass through. You're going to notice that there is definitely going to be a pecking order established during this time. If you go into the coop, you might see that there's some fighting, some pecking, and a little bit isn't going to be too much to worry about. But if you're seeing a very bloody situation, then that's when you're going to want to intervene and step in. Now, if it's just kind of you're noticing it's one chicken attacking all the rest, then you might have a bully on your hands. And the best situation here is going to be to take that bully and put him or her to the side and put them into the bully cage, kind of like a timeout. This way, while all of the other chickens can be together, so the new and the old can all start to interact. That bully is going to be caged up. All of them will start to become friends, friendly, and then you can re-release that bully into the situation. And by then there will already be some type of pecking order. Probably the newer chickens are going to be on the bottom, and the bully will not have his whole crew or her crew behind them, and it'll be a much cleaner situation. In conclusion, we want to make sure that when you're adding any new chickens to the flock, you have them in their own caged setting so that they are able to sniff out and meet each other before actually going into the coop. You have enough space, perches, and laying boxes for these new chickens when they are released into the coop. And once you do release them, making sure that if there is a bully type situation, you are caging that bully, you're letting them all kind of be friends, and then you can release that bully into the room. During this stage, always kind of make sure that you're checking in on your chickens. Everything's looking really good. There's always fresh food, fresh water, maybe some treats, and this way, all of your chickens are going to have a happy flock integration. Everything's going to be great, and you're going to be able to keep on upping your chicken math, because trust me, it's hard to not. But that's it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, you found it informative, and I'm going to add some more videos for you guys to check out. But otherwise, I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!